Hey guys, welcome back to Shep Talk Movie Review. Today we bring you Playing with Fire. But first, before we get into the review, one quick admin note. If you do like what you see here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel out greatly, and I truly appreciate it. Now, on to the review. Quick synopsis. A crew of sky jumpers rescue 3 children from a burning building, and now they got to take care of these kids over the weekend. Now, guys, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat this. I know I am not the demographic that this movie is trying to hit for, but I'm going to give you my complete and honest review, and I hope you can appreciate the opinion I'm giving here. And if you do see this movie and you do like it, let me know down in the comments below. Let's start that conversation going of why you liked it versus what my opinion is of this movie. But I'm going to come straight out and say it. This thing is a dumpster fire. The plot is bad. It's not even original. We've seen it before. We've seen it done better. The actors, we know they have talent. The simple fact that Judy Greer, John Leguizamo, and John Cena, and plenty more actors in this movie have talent, can act, know how to be funny. Hurts when you see them something like this and you go, why did you sign on for a movie like this? I think it would have been better as a Netflix movie, a streaming movie, something where you're going in and you don't have high expectations due to the fact that it's on a video on demand or a streaming service. The kids in here, you know, Negasonic Teenage Warhammer, or whatever her name was from, you know, Deadpool movies. She is pretty decent in this movie, and maybe one or two of the saving graces in this movie, but she's not really given much, so you don't expect much coming from her. The 2 other kid actors, I know they're young, but and I'm not going to lay everything on the kid actors' shoulders. The writers have a lot to do with the way things went down in this movie, because just the writing was bad overall. I predicted how this movie was going to end, probably, you know, 1/3 of the way into the movie. It's a hot mess, guys. I wish I could say more, right? I wish I could tell you that, yeah, there's this hot mess, but there's redeeming qualities throughout this movie, but I can't. Right off bat, John Cena's in this movie. He is the lead. We know he can do comedy. We've seen him do comedy in the past. We've seen him do it in Trainwreck. We've seen him do it in Cockblockers. Heck, even some of his WWE stuff he's done comedy in before. So it hurts when we have something like this movie here and John Cena is just not firing on all cylinders, man. I wish this was real and we couldn't see him in this movie, because, you know, it just hurts, man. I'm hoping this is not the type of movie we're going to see John Cena in going forward. We know John Cena can act. We've seen him do comedy. Let's steer him away from stuff like this. I think he thought this was going to be another Cockblockers, and it falls flat. It's not Cockblockers. It's not Trainwreck. Maybe he needs to stay away from the kid-friendly movie stuff and go keep with that hard R comedy. Maybe that's where his talent lies. But geez, John Cena, please, you know, stay away from scripts like this from now on. And John Leguizamo, I feel for this guy, because we know he's he's comedic talent, but man, he plays this guy that's just misquoting and very emotional and cries whenever someone else cries, and we just need to get over that. That's one of the things. All the characters in this movie are such one-sided characters. We see no character development. We see no growth from them. We see no reason why we should care about these characters. And it's a bunch of stereotypes. It's crazy, and I didn't like it at all. And then one of the other things, man, product placement is so blatant in this movie, it might as well have taken its page from Wayne's World. If there's Kleenex, there's My Little Pony, there was what was the other big one? Oh, K-pop, BTS. which, you know, I guess, I don't know if that's still the big craze right now. You know, I'm an older gentleman, but it's just like, it was so bad. I was like, man, are we watching Wayne's World where they blatantly put product placement in there? Because they weren't trying to be subtle at all. It was in your face, hit you over the head. Let's, you know, not be too subtle about all this. And it was just crazy. And then, like I said, the story, it pretty much centers around the Smoke Jumpers HQ. They do go out and they fight one fire throughout this whole movie, and they go into town one time in this movie. But besides that, everything takes place in this building. You think these guys live there. From my experience, people, at least firefighters, don't spend 3 or 4 days in a firehouse. They might do a 12-hour shift in a firehouse, or maybe even a 24-hour shift, but then they go home. You know, so again, some of this stuff was just ridiculous. I know, again, I'm not the age demographic for this movie. I wish I could say a lot of positive things about this movie, but the plot was very bland, wasn't original. We've seen it before, we've seen it done better. The writing just was not great, which I think affected how the actors were, because the acting was not great. And I'm gonna blame it, like I always do, especially on these types of movies. I'm gonna blame it on the actors, the director, and the writing, because it came together as just a dumpster fire. But with all that being said, guys, I was going to give this a 1 Shep, but I thought, no, I'm not going to give it a 1 Shep. I think if it would have done on a VOD or streaming service, it would have been received much better. So I'm going to give it 2 Sheps out of 5. It wasn't the worst movie of the year, but it's coming really close. It came really close to getting 1 Shep. So guys, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next review.